the motherfucking deal, YouTube? This your boy, I am Dante 4BG. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this video, man. Big shout out to all my 4BG family. Big shout out to my boo, my baby, my love, Shauna. Shout out to you. Big shout out to my best friend, Ashley Nicole Nelson. Big shout out to my Aunt Brandy, my Uncle Mark. Big shout out and special shouts out for these guys, man. It was an honor and a privilege being on their podcast earlier tonight, man. It's an honor and a privilege, man. I really appreciate y'all for inviting me on the podcast, Talk Football. My boy CG Roof Sports, man. Shout out Rufus Sports, man. Shout out to him. And shout out to Steven Rose, man. Big shout out to both of y'all, man. Anytime, man. Me and Rufus was talking about our state of the teams. My state on the Houston Texans, and his state on the San Francisco 49ers. And my boy Steven Rose also is a Houston Texan fan. But big shout out to Rufus Sports, man, for introducing me to this guy, man. Big shout out to both of y'all. And sometime in the future, man, like I say, anytime we can talk NFL, and we definitely gonna have to link up throughout this season, man, and talk. What if our teams are bad or good? We definitely gonna have to talk, get down and talk, man, and talk about this, man. So big shout out to y'all, man. So anyway, man, let me get to this video. Like I say, the Texans pretty much off-season moves and the poor season that we had. First of all, like I say, everybody looks at kind of like 4-12. The Texans were a bad football team. That was kind of not the case last year. The Houston Texans were not kind of like a bad football team. The Houston Texans had a lot of close games. The first game against the Tennessee Titans, they lose basically on the defense not being good, not getting any pressure, not stopping the run, and we didn't stop the run all season long. We couldn't stop the run all season long. Last year, we was dead last in stopping the run. We was second to last against the pass. Last year, we was terrible against the pass. The defensive secondary could not stop me. Could not stop me if I was even on the field. So the defense secondary was pretty poor last year. The coaching was kind of suspect, as it always kind of looked been. Deshaun Watson was the only one making the Texans pretty much irrelevant. Brandon Cooks kind of had an okay year. David Johnson came on strong, but we lost so many close games. Against the Bengals game, we lost 37-31. The offense, that tells you the offense with no kind of good receivers. Deshaun Watson was making this offense better, was making this offense even good, man. Like I say, people that you wouldn't see as receiving. You don't know some of these receivers against the Tech that was playing for the Texans because most of them was hurt. They had good. Deshaun Watson made them look good. Like Kiki QT came along. Number 17 was very, very good. At the end, Brandon Cooks was better. Like I said, man, this offense didn't perform too bad. Like I say, we lost the game against Tennessee. In the first game, we should have beat Tennessee. I think after we beat Jacksonville, we should have beat Tennessee. Do I blame Romeo Cornell for not going for it? No, I do not, because like I said, at the end of the day, Randall Cobb was wide open. The defensive tackle just made a good play on the football, and even if he made it, the defense didn't stop Tennessee anyway. So who knows? They would have went down there and tied the game up on a 2-point conversion. But like I say, even if we did kick the field goal, defense didn't stop him anyway. So Romeo Cornell definitely tried to get the game over with, and that was the right move, because if we completed the pass, we up by 9. We up by 9 points. We up 9 points, and the game pretty much is over. Instead, they go down, they score, and they get the 2-point conversion. So hey, at the end of the day, and Derrick Henry in the overtime runs roughshod of us. The second Tennessee game that we lost, somehow AJ Brown got loose. The Texans end up tying the football game. The AJ Brown got loose behind the secondary, and they end up kicking the game-winning field goal. The last two against the Indianapolis Colts, we fumbled the ball at the 1-yard line. So like I say, man, it was great. It was 1-0. I say, but desperation for us, man. Like I say, a lot of close games. Defense didn't perform. Secondary was straight dog shit throughout the whole year. Like I say, the secondary couldn't guard me. And the offseason moves that we have, like I say, 4-12. It was a bad record, but now I say we was better. This Texan football team was better than everybody was better, really better than that. They were really at least a 7-9 team, 7-9 or 8-8 football team. But the record didn't indicate that. Like I say, then the offseason moves. The Texans get like I say, linebacker Christian Kirksey. Like I say, that's very good, man. Christian Kirksey. The only thing about him, he's injury riddled. Christian Kirksey is injury riddled. That's the only thing about Christian Kirksey from Green Bay. He's a good signing for the Houston Texans. Pretty much some veteran leadership. Someone who made the playoffs with the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game for Christian Kirksey. Yeah. And then we get Shaq Lawson in a trade for Bernardre McKinney for Shaq Lawson. We get him in a kind of like a trade. And like I say, I think Shaq Lawson is going to be a decent player. Like I say, a guy that can get to the quarterback. They got a variety of moves. Christian Kirksey, 46 tackles last year. He had 2 sacks in his 2020 season. We're gonna get to Shaq Lawson in a minute. So that's who we got in the trade for basically Bernardre McKinney, who was the Texans kind of leading tackler for last year and a couple years ago. So that's who we got: Christian Kirksey and Shaq Lawson, and we got a tight end that came from the Patriots, Izzo, I believe. Ryan Izzo is a good blocking tight end. We got Malik Collins. We got Malik Collins for the Raiders, another D tackle. We got Chris Conley for the Jacksonville Jaguars in this receiving core. So let me see, guys. Who else we got? We got a quarterback called Ryan Finley. I think we need to get a quarterback probably in the second round. We need second round of this draft. We kind of need to get a quarterback. I would, if I'm the Texans, don't rule out the Texans getting a quarterback probably in the second round. In the second round of this draft. But for me, our first pick should be a wide receiver. That's my first pick. It should be definitely be a wide receiver for the Houston Texans. We got Ryan Izzo was Ryan Izzo. Jordan Jenkins. We got Jordan Jenkins, the underrated defensive tackle, outside linebacker for the New York Jets. 26 years of age for Jordan Jenkins. He had 15 tackles, 2 sacks in his 2020 season. I believe he's injured right now. He said he's getting close to coming back. But Jordan Jenkins is a very good underrated signing for the Houston Texans. He used to play for the New York Jets. He used to be around like 5-6 tackles, 5-6 sacks a season for the New York Jets. In another, we got Marcus Cannon on the offensive line. To help Laramie Tuntuat. We got Marcus Cannon. That's a very good signing right there for the Houston Texans. We got Jonathan Green. We got Jonathan Greenberg. We got him. Like Ryan Izzo. We got Cameron Johnson from the Eagles. And we got Desmond King. Desmond King was an all-pro linebacker from the San Diego Chargers. This guy can return kicks. He's a good the position that the Houston Texans sucked at all year for the past decade. Houston, we sucked at covering. We sucked all year long, especially this year. We sucked at. That's one position that we always sucked at. And we all, even the bed when we used to have Jonathan Joseph, we was always sucked at that position, the cornerback position, because we had pass rushers that can get to the quarterback. But now the pass rushers couldn't get to the quarterback this year. Hey, that left our secondary kind of vulnerable. Desmond King, 40 tackles, 2 sacks this year for Desmond King, but he was an all-pro corner just a year ago for Desmond King. Desmond King, that's kind of going to shore up that safety, that cornerback position, along with Vernon Hargraves, Lonnie Johnson, and stuff like that. Desmond King is a good pickup in the secondary for the Houston Texans so far. Let's see. Let's go down the line and see. Oh, we also we got Shaq. We did get Shaq Lawson. I mentioned that right there. We got Jordan Jenkins. We got Cameron Johnston. Let me go to Let me go to Shaq Lawson. Like I say, he's a D tackle that can get to the quarterback out of Clemson, 26 years of age, 17 tackles, 4 sacks. That's a pretty decent season for Shaq Lawson. We got him in a trade. We traded Bernard McKinney to the Dolphins for Shaq Lawson. Like I say, don't be surprised, Texans fans, if we get a quarterback, man. We get a quarterback in the second round. And like I said, I think the first pick for the Houston Texans should be receiver. I think we need to get an extra receiver in here. Like I say, Chris Conley, Brandon Cooks. I think we need an extra receiver. Will Fuller is gone to the Miami Dolphins. We lost him to Miami. We lost him. And we got Alex Erickson also. He could be a good slot receiver. He can return kicks and punts. Alex Erickson. So the Texans basically, Nick Caserio basically got some positions that they can kind of fit in, some depth in case when someone get injured. That's what he went out and got. And I've been very impressed, with Nick Caserio making these moves. And most of these guys was, like I say, on 1-year deals. Most of these guys, we got Chris Moore, a receiver out of Baltimore. Chris Moore. Let me see. Paul Quisenberry. We got Kevin Pierre Lewis. I believe this the one that hit Andy Dalton. Kevin Pierre Lewis, 29 years of age, 36 tackles, 1 sack last year. Kevin Pierre Lewis, I believe this is the linebacker that hit Andy Dalton last year. Kevin Pierre Lewis, I think that's him. And Malik Collins, I believe Malik Collins. Let's go down again. Hold on, Malik Collins. I gotta look at his stats right here. Malik Collins from the Las Vegas Raiders. Malik Collins, 8 tackles last year. This is nothing but a depth player right here. But like I say, Nick Caserio made some great moves, man. He made some decent moves. They not great. None of these guys are great players that he added. These are players that you can kind of take a chance on and hope that they kind of provide a spark for the Houston Texans and stuff like that, man. So like I said, man, in this draft, I just hope the first draft pick, with our first draft pick, we should get, like I say, a receiver to help this receiving core. And don't be surprised if the Houston Texans get a quarterback later in this draft for, emergency, just in case. You don't know Deshaun Watson situation. You don't know his situation too much. You just hope the Texans is going to get a quarterback, someone in the second round like Kellen Mobb or someone like that. Hopefully that's going to be there in the second round. Like I say, Houston Texans went 4-12 last year. I think I already know the schedule coming up this year. Like I say, Tyrod depends on Deshaun Watson. If we have Deshaun Watson, he can kind of make us more kind of competitive of a relevant team. But if we don't, it doesn't look good for him right now. But Tyrod Taylor is going to be a very decent quarterback that we can, that won't turn the ball over, that can kind of make plays. He's just not as accurate. And this receiving core is not too bad. They're not flashy. They're not too bad. They can kind of make plays. But comment, like, and subscribe if y'all like this video. Let me know what y'all guys think. Again, shout out to my boy CG Ruthless Sports. And shout out to my boy Chris. Shout out to, not Chris, but Steven Rose. Shout out to him as well. I am out, guys. Texans fan, diehard Rockets fan, Astros fan. Thank you, guys. I am out. Much love. Peace.